Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Nook podcast. I'm your host as ever, Peppermint A, joined once again by the Obsidian Nook.
Hello.
Oh, Tiny screaming. Good start. She's here as well, begging her to play with the laser pointer that we keep losing. Off she goes. Anyway, speaking of animals, because this film doesn't like them, we are covering, of course, the American remake of Wreck. Aptly named Quarantine.
You wanted to do the original, but what language was it in?
Let me explain. The easy way of why we're not covering the original yet, I will do that on my own at some point, as long as it's free with Prime. Madam here can't be asked to read subtitles. No, you can't be. You can be asked if you could actually read them.
If they're not fast paced.
Yeah, but when you've got a fast-paced action horror like this,
Don't forget, guys. Like it's taken me nearly 2 months to read a book, and I'm not as fast as my husband. As you all know, he can read fucking fast and keep the information in, as I need extra time to keep the information in to understand it. So it would have been a very difficult film for me to get in on and understand it. But saying that, now that I've seen this version of the film, I probably could understand the other one a lot better. I don't know.
even though, as we were getting to, this came out a year after the original came out, which is part of its main criticism, is how much of a rip-off this is. Because it is literally the same film, except it's in English, basically, instead of Spanish. I don't know if you can hear the cat going nuts on the floor, but if you can, I apologise. She's making a lot of noise going for that laser pointer.
She's gonna cry if not.
But yeah, as we mentioned, this is the American remake, if you can call it that. A reproduction of the original, just for Western audiences, because, like you, who wants to read subtitles? We checked for a dub. I want to make that clear. God forbid. I know. The dub is never a good idea with stuff. I can't remember. We have covered a film with a dub at some point. I can't remember what it was. And God, well, we didn't
We've
get
done so many of these now, I've lost track.
Yeah, but we've definitely watched a foreign film with an English dub over it that, yeah, it was awkward, to say the least. But, same with this film. Well, the original, there's not a lot we can do about that. So yeah, if you're somehow not familiar, this is a point-of-view zombie film, found footage. It's not zombies, I know, but it falls under zombies. Let's be real, that's what they are. But they're infected, like the 28 Days Later zombie. It's very similar to 28 Days Later in regards to the zombies.
I like the filming style of it.
There's a lot of shaky cam, but it's going to happen with these kind of films. But yeah, I don't think we've covered many, if any, found footage films where it's been like, oh, we're recording everything. It's a must for these films where they have to say, we need to record everything, guys, come on. So yeah, it's in an apartment building where people are being infected with basically super rabies in this version. It's a long story with what the original is. I will eventually cover that, like I say, if it stays free with Prime. But yeah, this one is super rabies basically, as it's near enough confirmed by a vet early on in the film. So it's not zombies traditionally, they're infected. So these people are still alive. They do not die. They die, but it takes a lot of smashing of heads. So it's difficult to really say if someone is actually dead after they've been infected, unless it's really obvious. Because there is a lot of infected that take an absolute beating, but then don't.
The only ones I feel sorry for in this film are the animals, because obviously one dog does a runner, and then I think we see its like corpse.
Oh yeah,
later
it's
on.
like just
and then
guts.
one got beaten over the head in the elevator.
Yeah, one got its head smashed in with a sledgehammer. A rat got stomped.
I felt really bad for the fucking rat.
The rat was infected, though.
I know it was infected, but I still am like...
Yeah, it's nasty still. As we've mentioned, particularly with Halloween, where Michael Myers eats dogs. Even in the last Halloween we did, it was like, never hurt animals in your films. It's just sad, you know?
To be fair, they didn't have it like, apart from the rat, the dogs weren't like on-screen deaths, were they? They were kind of like...
The little dog was only a brief glimpse at its corpse, and then they moved on.
And
the big dog was just the firefighter swinging his hammer down a few times and some splats. But yeah, the violence is kept to a minimum with animals for either a budgetary reason or, you know, who wants to see an animal get hurt on screen. But yeah, there's a lot of blood in the film because, like with 28 Days Later, blood is how you get it, saliva, all that usual stuff. But there's a lot of people getting their faces bitten. Some dude falls off a balcony and is trying to walk around with his leg barely hanging on.
That was messed up for me when he came through on his broken leg and his leg was like bending to like the opposite way that it should be.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, because I can't do bones and that, you know. It just makes my stomach turn, and as I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is like really disgusting.
It's nasty. The effects. I mean, the leg there is CGI.
It's not needles or blood that gets me. It's like broken bones and bones sticking out.
Or
I just think it's gross.
Medical gore is also horrific. Like real close-ups of like operations and that. Ugh. Even if it's fake in films, I still get really uncomfortable. But yeah, this film is very much in the dark a lot as well. The only real bits of light we get are when like the helicopters are going around, which helps for the suspense. A lot of very obvious scares though, with the camera just sitting on one particularly dark spot as you wait for an infected to obviously pop out. But I mean, it makes sense because they cut the power off, because they tell everyone that the people in the building have been evacuated. So why would you need the power on if no one's in there, you know? But yeah, so the light is basically coming from the camera near enough the whole film, except for a bit of night vision at the end. But yeah, so as you can imagine, zombies like to get in people's faces a lot, which happens a lot. You get the camera with full view of these infected people's like gnarly looking faces, particularly that one that is quite famous on the internet where she just gets her face bashed in by a camera. It's probably the most on-screen infected kill, I want to say, to be honest. It's not, most of the infected go down but they don't stay down, or they're sort of just killed just off camera. But still, even if this is like a pretty much direct remake, there's a few things that are different. But the kills, I can't remember if they are still similar. Because this one has a sequel that's not related, whereas the second original film carries straight on from the first film's like events. It's difficult to say.
I want to say
who technically dies.
If I'm not saying a lot, it's generally because I hadn't even heard of these films and I've seen none of the other ones, so I don't really know what to say. Because when you're talking about other ones,
it's difficult.
Clips, I can't say anything because I haven't seen them. I've only just seen the one that I've now watched. So
it's difficult.
I can't really say.
Yeah, it's difficult to compare these kills to the original film's kills, mainly because the sequel elaborates on a lot of more stuff, because the sequel is again in the apartment building. It's a bit more definitive on who is actually dead and who isn't, whereas this film, a lot of people just get infected. A few definitely die, a few maybe, you know? it's difficult to say who's dead and who isn't. But yeah, so the only real change, I was reading a little bit, just a minute, like the minute between finishing the film and watching, reviewing it. They changed the ending quite drastically. For a start, the initial thing is that it's demonic possession that caused the infections. Demons. It's demons that possess people. The second one elaborates on it a lot more, whereas this one is definitely a virus. The first one has a lot to do with the church basically causing someone to get possessed and then leaving her in the attic for years and years and years.
Right.
So the bites was a way for like the possession to carry over, but also the first person was possessed still. Please just understand I'm trying to remember off the top of my head from this and a little bit I read. Whereas this one is a cult that basically broke into a weapons lab and then was experimenting on rabies with it to create the virus that's in the film, hence why the attic is full of rat cages.
The only thing I would say is if a pandemic like that ever happened, we know how the government's going to treat us. Just saying.
We all know how the government treats everyone like an idiot. But yeah, I think it's pretty accurate how this film represents the government's like reaction to it. It's basically, let's pretend nothing's going on until something big happens. The sequel is a bit more... I think it takes place in an airport and a bit of a plane for a little while. It's the same with the rats. I think the guy who owned the attic is on the plane with rats. They're also infected. We'll cover it at some point, but I'm not paying for it yet. It'll be a while yet. We have too many fucking unfinished series. Scream, Halloween, Final Destination. We're getting through them.
Still got to do The Descendant 2, because there was another one.
The Descent 2, yeah. Got to find that somewhere. I'm surprised you still remember that film at all.
Because that one was so unusual, but that was...
different?
Creepy.
It's a bit more memorable because it was different.
And also, like, the whole going cave diving and then getting lost or trapped, like, that doesn't leave you. That's just like, why would you do it? You know?
I'll see if I can find that. First thing I'll do, I'll research if it's on anything.
It's like I don't know if you've heard about Mount Everest, where a load of people went up there and got stuck.
Oh yes, because of a snowstorm.
More people had to then go up there.
Guarantee you there'll be horror movies of that.
I don't understand why you would deliberately put yourself...
I don't know why idiots still keep doing that.
And then people who have, like, wives or whatever, or husbands, then go cave diving and then get stuck.
Yeah, I think that's why horror movies like that stick with you so much. Is because you think, oh, what would happen if that were to actually occur? But, yeah. We're going back to...
And the fact that she never got out as well, that kind of, like, fucking hit a bit. That was like, oh.
Yeah, while in the original one, the reporter survives. Because, it still ends the same with her getting dragged off, but the sequel elaborates that she survived. With this one, because it didn't get a direct sequel, she was, let's be real, infected or just killed flat out. But we'll never know. Because this film was received quite negatively because of how much of a direct rip-off it is. We'll never know what really happened at the end. But because they didn't stick with the demonic possession thing, I guess they sort of hit a dead end by making it dumb and the usual of virus make people zombie. But building and POV. America, thank you for that. Thank you for your many contributions to film and basically simplifying everything for no reason.
It was interesting.
It was interesting.
I won't lie, I did, like, there was generally a part of me that was nearly falling asleep. There was like that boring until we got to all like them being trapped in the building.
Before let me simplify what she just said. Before we got to the interesting bit, I weren't really interested.
I was generally like, I've watched films before, but I've never actually nearly fallen asleep to them. So that's how fucking bored I was.
To be fair,
because at the beginning she's just like getting a tour of the fire station, moaning because she wants to get a call, and then making
she got what she wanted,
dick jokes or whatever.
At the end of the day, it was found footage of people trying to film a documentary of the day in the life, or a night in the life of someone on a night shift.
I know, but it's just...
I know, it is very boring.
I'm sorry, I'm watching the Rookie and 911 and like how the firehouses should be completely different, and it's just like, it just felt really fucking tacky and cheesy.
I mean, that was the point, is because it's very much like as they're making a documentary, they need loads of the boring stuff, and what do we get up to at night? And then the stuff in between, where clearly it's just behind the scenes sort of little bits of the documentary.
I'm glad we don't own it on DVD.
Oh yeah, I just rented it off Prime.
I would never make you pull that out again.
That is still in the original.
I'd be like, do you want to donate this, babe?
I would keep it, I think, mainly because I have searched for a while for both DVDs of both this film and the original, and I can't find them fucking anywhere. Thank you, digital streaming media, but yeah, maybe I'll cover the original at some point. It's just, I can't be arsed at the minute, because then I'll have to track down the sequels, all three of them. Sequels are weird. Second one's basically the first film, but with a bit more action. The third one is in a wedding, which is sad, and the fourth one is on a ship. Interesting, but none of your business, because you won't watch them. Oh! But yeah, we're going to unstick. Somehow it's really hot in here, despite it being the middle of October. The weather has been up and down forever, basically. We always bitch about it in these.
Well, I don't feel hot.
Yeah. The Goblin is not happy. But yeah, as we mentioned, kills are very difficult to really say who got the best and worst. Because obviously most of them get back up or are off screen for the most part. I think the best kill could be one of two. It can either be the woman getting her face smashed in with a camera, or it can go to the dude in the elevator getting eaten by the dog. Because when they hide in there earlier, he's completely like mauled. What about you?
I think I'm going to agree with.
Is it because you can't remember most of the others?
No, I kind of feel like they were the same. It was just biting.
Yeah, but because they don't die from the infection, you can't class them as kills, even though, like, the woman getting handcuffed to the staircase and then basically being ripped apart, she still survives and is infected, so that isn't a kill. But the worst kill, I think, is just go to the dude who opened the window and got himself shot in the head. Putting it simple, it's just... It's a zombie film, we always get the stereotypical one guy has got to be shot by someone else. Even though, I mean, technically, there are people who die off screen, that could be worse. It's an infection / zombie film, we could have had a better kill, you know? It's kind of wasted to just have someone be shot, you know? But yeah, other than that, we'll wrap this up, because I think Madam is uninterested now.
No, it's not uninterested, it's just I haven't seen the others, so I can't really, like, get in on the conversation.
Yeah.
And I can't really, like, care anything.
Yeah, I suppose.
Kind of said my bit, like, about the government.
Yeah, but then I lose track and then I just ramble on about other shit. But still, yeah. We'll try and keep up with some spooky films this month. We are running out of time before Halloween. So we need to basically watch a film every day, basically. I'm not at work. Basically. basically.
Could work.
It could work, if we have the time and the patience. because then we'll just upload it every other day.
I mean, I know I want to bring you guys Hocus Pocus, the first one, with what's the black cat's name?
Salem.
Oh, that's Sabrina.
That's Sabrina.
But anyway, you guys know the black cat who talks.
I can't remember his name.
But I really want to bring you guys Hocus Pocus, the original, and
I have a good one set for Halloween.
I was also thinking about Casper and the Haunted Mansion, the original again, not the recent one they did.
I thought that was Walton Goggins. Thackeray. Oh look, Doug Jones again. Fucking hell, he's in everything. Do you need a freaky monster? Cool, Doug Jones. Baron Athanas from What We Do in the Shadows. He was in this, by the way. He was the creepy infected dude in the attic, so good grief, that man is going to be in a lot of films this month. You're going to keep it family friendly, Spooky, by doing like Hocus Pocus and Casper.
Well, I love the Hocus Pocus, and Casper I haven't seen probably for about 11, 12 years now. And Haunted Mansion has been even longer, because I remember them from watching them with Mum.
Teenagehood even a word?
Oh,
was it like childhood? When you were younger? But yeah, you're going to keep it semi-family friendly. I'm going to keep the actual spookiness going with some...
The thing is, I would put Halloween back, but I think we did 2 out of the 3, didn't we? So...
We've done... Oh, you mean the newer one?
Yeah,
we're missing the middle part. Kills. We've done Ends in 2018, and we've done a lot of the originals.
Would have to there and watch the other DVD before we went on to the middle.
Not really. We've covered the first one not that long ago. Plus, we're a bit out Halloweened. We've done a lot of the series. We're moving on to the shit sequels now as well, so it's a bit like, you know. We've done, I want to say, about 7 of the films. The Rob Zombies, 2 of the newer ones, some of the original. It's a lot. Scream we'll probably go back to soon. Probably not this month. Mainly because the new one's out in February. We might do... we're just missing the modern ones.
You guys are definitely going to get them Ready or Not too.
Yes, we've covered the first one.
We have the first one and we love it.
And we've done it for the channel.
So, I ain't missing that. Zootopia, you guys are definitely getting.
Yeah, but that's out after spooky season. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, hopefully. Maybe Predator. When that comes out next month. If I still don't know if I care about that film. But yeah, that's just a little hint of what we're going to cover at some point. But it's spooky month. We've got to finish the spooky films. But yeah, you're going to keep it family friendly-ish. I'm not.
I'm going to try, but considering it's Halloween, I'll kind of definitely Hocus, because I love the cat. He's my favourite part in it.
And his voice actor played Boone in Fallout New Vegas, so I'm not going to be able to unhear that.
It makes me sad because the cat doesn't, I don't think the cat survives. Because he's
in the second one, I think. Anyway, enough about that. We're not talking about Hocus Pocus. We'll wrap it up here, because we've gone on a tangent like ever. I've been your host as ever, Purple8, joined once again by the Obsidian Nook, whose links you can find in the description, alongside all of mine. I say mine, Morgan's as well, but he's not here. So yeah, we will see you probably in a couple of days for our next film. If not, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see you then.